What's up, guys? So, on this edition of You Know What, it's my day 3 recap. So, I'll be talking to you guys all about my day. So, today was our orientation day, again, for basically our department, for the camp department. And we got there, ate, we had our first breakfast in the cafeteria there, and it was an egg sandwich, hash browns, they had a fruit bar, and the fruit bar had like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, pineapples, grapes, grapefruit, cottage cheese, which I stayed away from because that stuff is nasty, and a bunch of different stuff, different apples and oranges, and all like really fruit. It was a lot of good stuff. Oh, they had sausages too. I didn't really eat the sausages because I don't eat pork, but I'm sure it was good. And they have free coffee and have cereal and stuff like that. But it was pretty cool. It kind of sucked because it's really expensive. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, food's like really, really expensive up here. So, I don't know if I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but for example, one of my favorite drinks to drink, you can ask all my brothers back at home, I always drink it whenever we're having, like, parties or events or things like that, is Arizona. The really tall, like, Arizona cans. How much do those cost usually? 99 cents, right? Guess how much they cost here? $3.27. It's crazy. Anyway, but the cafeteria food's not priced all that bad, but it's kind of expensive. So I spent like $11 on lunch, and I got like just basic stuff. And on breakfast, excuse me. I spent $11 on lunch too, actually, but yeah. But thankfully, we have money for our breakfast and our lunches, so that's really cool. But after we had breakfast, we went and sat in our conference room, which is our home base, or as Dina calls it, it's the pod. So we're a whole bunch of peas in our pod. And so we chill out at the pod for a while, and we just did different stuff. We talked about our classes. We learned different things about this class, about that class. We learned about some difficulties that we're going to have to get around and different things that we're going to be working with. So it was really cool because we all just got to learn more about the actual classes that we're teaching, because a lot of it changes and it's on the fly. And so there's some more changes coming up, but I'll speak about it whenever it's able to be talked about. So right now I can't talk about everything, but I'll let you guys know when I can, okay? And it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. We had Bailey. Bailey is, oh my goodness. First of all, she's beautiful. Second of all, she has such a cute accent. She's like from Mississippi, or she goes to like University of Mississippi or Mississippi State or something like that. Sorry, Bailey, that I don't know which one, but she goes to one of those, and her southern accent is so deep. She says y'all and everything, and she's adorable. And so we Skyped her in and video messaged her in, and so she was with us for most of the day and got to hear and go through orientation with us, even though she's not physically there with us. And it was really cool. Megan just led it most of the time, and she rubbed up her baby bump against me and did her cool lean back and rub her belly like pregnant women do. It was super cool. And Kelly came and talked to us, and Kelly's the wellness director there, so she's over the entire camp department, and she is so cool. I love her. First of all, her outfit was on point. She had on this blue vest and these blue earrings, and I was like, yes, Kelly, yes. But she's like super, super, super sweet. Like, she's so nice, and she seems so genuine. Like, she really seems like she wants to get to know all of us and like really cares about us as like interns and things like that. So she made it very welcoming, and I really, really enjoyed her. And then she went to East Carolina University, so at home it was like really, really cool, you know, because she's like really close to me. But yeah. So we got to talk to her for a bit, and she like introduced herself, and so she was really sweet. And she was once again another summer size intern. And my favorite part about what she was talking to us about is that she and her fellow interns ended up moving to Anchorage, and then she ended up coming back to Nome. Like, her and like 4 other of her interns of her time moved all together. And so it was like, oh my gosh, guys. Like, I was talking to the other interns, and I was like, we can all just move back to Anchorage, like end up living together and moving in and doing dietetic stuff, like, all together. And it was really, really cool. So I don't know, coming back to the Nome, as Chip says, Chip is the director of the rec center, he says statistically, like, 1 or 2 of us will return back to Nome, because that's just how it's been, as everyone gets Nome in their blood, as he says, and ends up staying. So I might be that one or two that ends up staying in Nome, Alaska. I mean, we'll have to see how that goes, see how my mom and Eric feel about that. But, oh, we'll see. And after orientation, we had lunch. And so we got lunch, and for lunch, what did we have? Oh, I had a turkey burger, we had a salad bar, I got some more fruit, I got some cucumbers. Oh my gosh, guys, we got stuff. We got a nice little goodie bag. So we got a little camp single strap, like all the cool kids bag. And inside of it was our staff t-shirts. Bam! Summer size, no Alaska, staff. So it was really, really cool. And our shirts fit really well. And I think I look pretty good in it. It's orange, contrasts well with my skin. Looks nice. Whatever. And we also got these super cool water bottles. So all nutrition majors know, or anyone in like a fitness, like wellness class, all of the cool people or the people that are like really hardcore, like really serious about it, they all have these water bottles that have the middle part that you can put fruit in. So we got one of those today. So now I feel like I can really call myself an accomplished nutrition major because I have a fancy water bottle that I can put fruit in now. So, wow, bam, nutrition major. Anyway, we had lunch and then we got a tour of the rec center. So me and Emma checked out the rec center yesterday because we went to Zumba. We did all our Zumba dances. It was a lot of fun. But we got to get the whole tour, so we got to see the bowling alley, and the locker rooms, and the weight room, and the gym, and the multi-purpose room, and so it was really cool, because that's basically our area for summer sizes. Most of it's centered around the rec center, except for the pool. The pool's located in the high school, like 4 miles away, so it was really cool, because we got to check all that stuff out. And then, after our tour, we went back and did some more, like, basic stuff. We went over when we're going to the villages, so all of us will be going to a village here in the Norton Sound region. So Michelle and I are going to Elam, and it's really cool. Their population is like just under 400, and we'll be spending the night there and everything. So I really get an experience to go and like check people. Like we're doing screenings over there, and so we get to screen like their HDLs, their LDLs, their triglycerides, their blood pressure, their fasting glucose like levels, like everything. I get to check so much stuff. Their weight, their waist circumference, like all this really cool stuff. And I'm like super excited because it's like real clinical stuff. And I didn't think that I'd have such a hands-on opportunity to do that much, but it sounds like we will. And that's like super exciting because that's what I want to do. So I don't know. I'm pretty pumped about it. And so after all that, we came back, had a little snack, and then we went out to the rec center because we went to go play some basketball. It was me, Dana, and Jacqueline, and Michelle. And we played some volleyball. Guys, Dana's a really good volleyball player. Like, really good. If her dad ever watches this, money well spent. I will tell you, sir. And so on our way there, it was raining today. It was our first rain day, basically. And it was drizzling. And so, you know what? One of the neighbors opens his window and goes, "You guys are preparing for high tide?" And we're just like, yep, we're new here. We are wearing our rubber rain boots, killing it because we don't know what to expect. But it was like so funny to us. We just died laughing, and we think Megan's going to think it's super funny too. But yeah, so we kind of got made fun of out of a window today. But hey, that's small town life for you, rural areas. And it's not that bad. So everyone knows who we are because we stick out like sore thumbs. But yeah, and so we went to the rec center and played around some. I got to go sit in the sauna, which was like blazing hot. And got in a conversation with a guy. It was super awkward, but it was okay. He was a nice guy. He was a pilot. And so it was just a really cool day. And I came back and we snacked and chilled and talked. We talked about different stuff. We talked about tater tots. We talked about chocolate. We have been talking about food all the time. And we're pretty hungry. We like to snack on stuff. So it's really funny. But yeah, tomorrow's another training and orientation day. So I'll let you guys know more about it. And I'll let you guys know what we're cooking up tomorrow. And the food sounds really good tomorrow, so I'll let you all know. So until then, peace and love.